How are you? Oh, my hair. You know, not for nothing, but my hair is like horsehair. Like, see, I go like that. It like stays there. I wish I had like this long, silky hair. I just throw it. Yeah, what are you going to do? I'm human. I got one eye that crosses a little. It's what it is. It's what it is. Hey, everybody. Perfect shirt. Yeah. Cindy, perfect shirt. Get to it in a minute. Uno minuto, as my father used to say. Uno minuto. Okay, announcements. Real quick, I got a mega show. I got a mega show. Ohio gathering. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this one. Right here. Go here. Get your free tickets right on the top. Yes, I am. I'm working on getting the future vice president there. Yes, I am. Pray he gets convicted. Look at this bugger. Pray he gets convicted to come. Yes. So you get your tickets there. It's 3 days before the election. Whoa. What? We're working on it now. We're already working on it now. Very excited. Today, doubleheader Friday. Double-decker Delora Day, as they say in the chat. And so tonight, Fab 4 monster show. Talking to the guys, it's just, wow. So much going on. Like from now until then, what I have now might be old news. It's just crazy. And then Sunday, of course, is our gathering at Solomon's Porch on Rumble as well. Over there with Fab 4. Guys, if you're not over there, what you doing? What you doing? Tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern, be over there. And Sunday, be over there on rumble.com for our online church service. No, it is not a normal church service. And just so you guys know, after Solomon's Porch this week, we're not going to be with you for a whole week. It's a whole week of shows we're not going to have. So no off the cuff, no Fab 4, no Solomon's Porch, all next week. Our daughter is getting married. So we are very excited. I will post pictures the next time I come back, that when I come back for off the cuff the following Wednesday, what I'm going to do is hopefully have some pictures and I'll show you. Oh, her and her fiance are just like gorge. So I don't know where. I'm like, how did I have such gorgeous kids? Like I got some really gorgeous kids. And I look at me and Dennis. I mean, we're okay, but we got gorgeous kids. The best of us came out in them. Anyway, I will miss you. But now our fundraiser that we get to do gatherings is, look at this. God wins every time. You betcha. Every time. Even when it looks like he ain't winning. He's winning. So if you like this, if you want to wear it, this one and the one I wore, Make America Godly Again, I have worn those babies out. And let me show you proof of it. Look what I found. I found a little tear from putting it on. Pull it over my head. Put it over my head. I wear this. So just so you know, this is amazing. It's a unisex crew neck tee. Comes in all colors. Comes in V-neck as well. So go to joyandcountry.com, look in Delora's closet, or there's links in the description, Jenna said. So go there and look at that. Also, she gave me this white marble. How can I do this? Let me take that baby off. Look at this. It's got a cross etched in it, and it's stretchy, and it's marble. It's white, and it's got like gray in it. Gorgeous. It also comes in other colors. This is actually so beautiful and so easy. So go there and you can get that as well. Again, in Delora's closet on joyandcountry.com, or in the descriptions below. The link goes right to it. Now, she said all these items are linked in the YouTube description. Easiest place to access them. We've also got, listen to this. Now, the reason she's doing 2 back-to-back sales is because next week she's with her sister, Richie, we're all there. So nobody's going to be doing anything. So she's trying to help you guys before next week comes. And it's like dry as a desert. So she's got a Christmas in July sale going on right now through the weekend. So that is get 10 to 20% off your entire order. She felt like she had to do Christmas in July, especially with what's going on with our beloved president. So the discount codes can also be applied to already discounted clearance. So you get double discounts. You can go to the website, get the discount codes. Now, she said there's also some new inspirational scripture necklaces. Now, I went to go see them, and there was like one left. So I'm like, Jen, what are you doing, baby? So anyway, go over there and see. Remember, you can buy this. I was going to say you could buy my glasses. That you cannot buy. You can buy this. I don't have earrings on. I got a bracelet. I don't have a necklace, but everything. You could buy like all of them and still get free shipping. There is no limit. You could have 50 pounds of clothes, still free shipping. We call it Jenazon for Jenna. Anyway, that's done. All right, let's get boogieing. I got a lot. I hope I don't get angry. It's passion, okay? It's not anger. So please, I'm going to say that right away. So what I want to do is I just want to take a moment and I want to look back. I'm going to hit Trump at the end. Yowza. And tonight, it's too much. It's too much. I'm going to be on here to 1:30 as it is. So it's too much. I'm going to finish tonight over there. But I want to take a look back because there's things that are coming up that people are questioning. And I want you to remember who this guy is. Okay. So in 2015 and 2016, Trump had a gargantuan, it's the only word I can use, a gargantuan mountain, a task in front of him. The Republican field was nicknamed the best in history. There was like, not in my opinion, I'm talking about in, Republican opinion. There was Governor Jeb Bush. There was Ted Cruz. There was Marco Rubio. There was Dr. Ben Carson, who was a brain surgeon, and on and on and on. I mean, the guy from New Jersey and this one from over there. There was like 22 people, I think it was. He was going against the Clinton machine, the DNC, Hollywood, the Pope, the music industry, his own party. John McCain and Mitt Romney had some scathing remarks for him. Many said, there's no way he's going to win the presidency. Barack himself did a mic drop with, he'll never be president. Everybody, newscasters, yeah, that'll be the day he'll be president. So God intervened right there because you know darn well that was not an honest election, okay? So some said, how could this unsophisticated, obnoxious, bullying billionaire ever win? It'll never happen. Now, they fudged. It's pretty obvious looking back. They fudged the numbers. That's why HRC went out of her mind when it was said that he won, because she was already on the cover of Newsweek. You understand? It was planned. 500 major publications endorsed her. 28 backed him. He was a joke. He was not serious. He was an extreme narcissist. So what happened? His rhetoric, tweets, zero filter. He seemed impulsive. He seemed reckless. Then you read The Art of the Deal. You get a completely different picture. He knew what he was doing. He did all of this to get him exposure. He knew if he pressed a button on Rosie O'Donnell, that she would blow up like the lunatic she is. And that would get him on every talk show. Excuse me. Get him everywhere. Get him interviewed. It was interesting because he knew what he was doing. And everybody thought he was a fool. He was playing prey predator through the whole thing. Now, so who influenced this man? I mean, besides God, God influenced me when I yet knew him. Okay? We had an angelic visitation in Disneyland when we lost our 3-year-old daughter, Jenna, in Disneyland. We had angelic visitation. I was an atheist. Dennis was agnostic. So God had influence on DJT even before he knew who he was. But who influenced him? You know who influenced him? Sun Tzu, the author of The Art of War. If you read it, look, people don't become billionaires and presidents because they're idiots or because they don't know what's happening or because they're blinded by their own emotion. Trump knows his enemy. He says, when you know your enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Let me show you a couple of his old tweets. July 17th, 2012, okay? The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Or how about September 2013, 2020? Move slowly, carefully, and then strike like the fastest animal on the planet. Guys, he knows what he's doing, okay? So, it's interesting. Piers Morgan, who is friends with DJT, said, quote, he may sound a little bonkers occasionally, but everything he does is deliberate. Trump said about himself, I quote, I'm intuitive. It's a natural reflex for me. I don't care about my critics. They live to impress each other. I don't. I say what the people and I are thinking. Another quote by Dean Beckett, executive editor of the New York Times. During the Trump campaign, we try to cover him using the rules of the past. We didn't have our finger on the pulse of the country, and that was wrong. Sun Tzu himself, a leader needs to be like water. Just as water moves and retains no shape, so in the outside world, there are no constant conditions. That's why you say, well, he changed. Well, he changed because he's moving. He's always moving. He's always lurking. He's always watching. So let's fast forward 8 years later. Okay. We're in a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war. I've known that we've been in a spiritual war for decades. Many of you know. Since I found God, I understood. I saw in the spirit what was going on because before that I worked for the devil. So I understood it. 2 Corinthians 10:4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Okay, so today, who are we? Those of us who are believers, those of us that are not, are warriors. We're warriors to survive. Whether I'm in front of a camera, most are not. It does not matter. You're praying, you're seeking truth. Your thoughts will create what is out there, connecting in covenant with people. I feel I am in covenant with all those that have followed us and have connected themselves to the gathering. We are in covenant. That's strong. That's a strong word. But let's go back to Sun Tzu for a second. When the army, that's us, is restless and distrustful, trouble is sure to come. This is simply bringing anarchy into the army and flinging victory away. That is why I'm going down this road today. There are folks who are restless. They're distrustful, especially of Trump's pick for VP. It's not surprising. But the issue is that many of these people are sending me videos. I mean, like over 100, maybe 200, sending me videos, many videos. They're spending their time finding someone who will bolster what they believe about the man he picked already. They didn't like Vance. Many of them wanted Ben. A couple of them wanted Vivek. I got all kinds of emails. So what happens is they want to find others who can give them the ground and reason to agree with their preconceived notion of who J.D. Vance is. See, the same thing happened with this, the C, okay? He knew what he was doing when he tried to push the V through. He knew what he was doing because we would have been kept in our homes like this for 5 years because that's how long it takes to get it approved. He didn't want that. He knew what was coming. He knew that he had to play their game. They didn't like it. They didn't like it because he got in their ring with them and showed them how to box. The man didn't get to be a billionaire and a president and now has a bona fide, providential, miraculous event. He didn't get there by being ignorant of what he's doing or who people are. Not that we shouldn't be watchmen on the wall. And if you think I think he's Jesus Christ, you're out of your mind. The minute he flips, I flip. But I know, I can see it. He isn't Jesus and he doesn't profess to be. But at least give the man credit for knowing and understanding maybe, just maybe, he knows a little bit more about his pick for VP than you or I do. But I can hear it now. Let me just go down this road just a little bit. So why did he do this? JD did this. He was involved with XYZ. He's in this company. He said, la, da, 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 da. Okay. You want to look into his past? So let's do it. Okay. Since I spent the last 24 hours doing it. Here's what we have to be careful of. Not JD. Don't believe memes. Don't believe memes. I could make a meme and say anything. I'm really good at graphics. Don't believe anyone that you don't know their past. You don't know what they think about God. You don't know what they think about. You don't know who they are because they're in front of a screen talking. You believe them because they're convincing. Do you know the most convincing people in the world are psychotic? People with psychosis can convince you. Look at HRC. Look at Barack. Are you kidding me? They're the most convincing people in the whole world. Don't believe anyone that came out of nowhere. Where were they 10 years ago? You can find me 10 years ago. I was with Kim. Go 20 years, 25 years ago. I was in New York in a church. You can find me. You know where I was. Don't believe anyone who has agenda. Don't believe anyone who's making scratch off of these big headlines. Now the VP is into adrenochrome. Guys, I don't know what to say. We have to be smarter than this because where we're going, if you live there, you're going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind. Let's not forget those who are still insisting that all of this with DJT, he knew or was completely white hat. So let me just go down this road. Give me 2 minutes, then I'll continue. I'm trying to be fair and objective. I really am. So let's look at this. Really, if it's not that it's real and a cup's a cup, okay, then it's got to be one of these three. 1, DJT knew and was part of it. 2, DJT didn't know and the white hats did it, so everyone would vote for him, which everyone was voting for him anyway, which is why they did it. Or 3, the military did it because they are in complete control and wanted to make sure that he gets in. So let's take it one by one. DJT knew and was part of it. After all, he's 100% the CIC, right? You know, when I thought maybe that was true, now I'm thinking maybe it's not. Not going down that road. No cards and letters, no scathing emails telling me I'm out of my mind. I have a right to believe what I want. So do you. I'll love you for it. I'll fight to the death to make sure you can have your own opinion. So he made, this is what, let me insert an eye roll. Okay. So DJT made the decision to get shot in the ear, and God forbid the shooter sneezes, to kill someone. Okay. This is our commander-in-chief now. He made the decision. Look, if the bullet misses me, it's going to hit somebody. It whizzes by, it's going to hit someone. Then 7 more shots are fired. And he said, that's okay. This is what we're planning on doing. 2 people in the hospital in critical condition. Do you hear what that sounds like? Guys, common sense. Number 2, he didn't know, but the White Hats did it because they're in complete control. Okay, so what they did is they allowed a man, a former chief, a fire chief, okay, to die. And I know now 3 people, another one wrote to me, that know them and are friends with them, and people that saw, forgive me, him all over the ground, okay? Because they're in complete control and they wanted to do this to make sure this was their plan. Let me tell you something. If this is true, then we are in way bigger trouble than we were before, because they're no better than the other side then. All right? Then the White Hats are really black hats. So let's go to number 3. The military's in complete control. And DJT is the CIC. Come on. Do I even have to disprove this, really? Do I really even have to disprove this? Now, let me do a little addendum here. Do I believe DJT has his pulse on the world? You betcha. Do I believe he's working behind the scenes? You betcha. Do I believe he knows exactly what's going to happen? He's pretty much in control. Not 100%, but I believe he's got control, guys, of more than we can imagine. Yes. But what happened is real, and it happened. So, and I'm going to tell you why people are saying that it didn't happen. But I got to tell you a story first, okay? I'm going to probably have Jenna make a t-shirt that sometimes a cup is just a cup. Now I'm going to explain to you. I got to tell you a story, my own personal life. When Sandy Hook happened, my brother is a musician. He's very, very famous, and years ago, he's 16 years older than me. He's much older than I am. I came after many, many years with my parents. But my brother is a musician and a college professor, and he played different places and worked with a dear friend of his in Connecticut, south of Connecticut, in Sandy Hook School. His 6-year-old daughter went there and got killed. My brother went to this little girl's wake and funeral. It was real. The family grieved. It was really, really a grieving situation, and they're still grieving. It happened. She was killed. Sometimes I think people are so fearful. Now, was it a setup? More than likely, but people were killed. Sometimes I think people are so fearful of not knowing that they aren't in control, that they can't accept what truly is going on. So my answer to that is trust God. See, you need develop a greater relationship instead of watching these people who are terrified of the narrative changing because they're making a lot of money on everything you're buying and getting involved with them, of and losing their fame and losing their numbers and losing all of that, that they're going to now, double down. They're going to double down and lead you astray. Trust those that trust God. Trust those who God has ordained to do what they're doing. For one, Donald J. Trump. Look, some of these people don't know how to walk things back. Maybe their egos are too big to walk it back. It's hard. No one is 100% spot on all the time. No one. I make mistakes, guys, and I'm going to make more. And as I make them, I'll tell you, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. But there's got to be a level of humility in you. And if you were placed there by a 3-letter agency, or you were placed there just to make money and you're a charlatan, you can't do that. You can't walk it back, because everything is based on you knowing more than someone else. After seeing a bona fide 100% parting of the Red Sea miracle happen to DJT, you have to know God is with him. So one day later, he picks a VP, and you again don't trust the man or loyal to the man that has laid down his life and his family and has almost gotten killed. Do you know why Barron doesn't come to these things? Because they're terrified. Something's going to happen to him. She's a mama bear. That's why. Don't go saying he's this, he's that. Guys, give the guy a freaking break, okay? So people didn't like his VP. So you're going to pick up your glove and go home. Have we turned into a country full of spoiled brats? Let me read you something. Ruth, out of the Bible. This is the ESV, English Standard Version. Ruth 1, 16 and 17. Let me set it up for you a second. This is the reaction to Naomi telling her daughter-in-laws, who just lost their husbands, Naomi's sons, that they have to move on with their life. Ruth, one of her daughter-in-laws, that the whole book is about, this whole situation, said to Naomi, "Do not urge me to leave you." Oh, I could get choked up about this with Trump. "Do not urge me to leave you or return from following you. For where I go, where you go, I will go. And where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more also, if anything but death parts me from you." Ruth is resistant to Naomi's command, and both daughter-in-laws faced really uncertain futures. But both presented and acted out of devotion to Naomi, who laid down, literally, almost laid down her life for her sons and her 2 daughter-in-laws. Ruth makes a stunning pledge of loyalty to link her life to Naomi's homeland, to her people, and to her God, the one true God that we serve. We've lost that sense of loyalty today. Not a blind, whatever he says I do, Jim Jones drink the Kool-Aid loyalty. I'm not saying that at all. Just one that believes in the person, believes who has been proven, has, now more than ever, given by God. God's David. He is a David. That's why Kim called him a David. God's David. The one who's always been there no matter what. The one who's proven himself over and over. The one that needed this. And I hate to use the term, but it's appropriate, like a hole in the head. The one who's gone through hell. Might, what he's doing and his decisions with the hell he's gone through and now almost losing his life. You want to question his VP pick? Let me put up a photo for you. It's hard to hear God's voice when you've already decided what you want him to say. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Seems like there's lots of double-minded people out there. That's okay. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem if you disagree. I don't have a problem if you write to me and you disagree. But try to get just a little higher and see it a little bit from God's perspective. Allow me to share a story with you. Could be my next door neighbor or a friend or a family member. This man sees a woman. He's so attracted to her. He has to have her. He's been married before, a lot actually, but he usually gets what he wants because of who he is. He pursues her. They commit adultery and she gets pregnant. The man finds out that she's pregnant, knows he's got to get rid of her husband. So he hires a hitman to kill her husband. After he's dead, he manipulates to set himself up to marry her. That man was King David. Yet God says he's a man after my own heart. Why? How can God say that? What kind of God do we serve that would say that? Because God sees the heart. God knows people can change. God knows the beginning from the end and the end from the beginning. God knew Trump. Trump calls God the boss. David had that same humility. President Trump and King David are a lot alike. Trump had a bit of a sketchy background. I mean, the Clintons went to his wedding when he got married to Melania. And that was wedding number 3. So now you want to judge J.D. Vance. So let's break this down for you, okay? Let me clear some things up. Maybe you don't think DJT knows what you know. I don't know. Honestly, if you believe that your issue is not that you're not loyal, maybe it's more of an emotional issue. Maybe you think of yourself too highly. I don't know. Because there is not one of us who can say we're perfect. If a camera followed us around from birth to where we are today, our entire lives, God forbid, and could penetrate our thoughts or our soul, who can cast that first stone? Who? Yet we need to be smart. We need to be smart, guys. For those that are saying, they work for this one and they made such a big deal and he's part of the cabal. And oh my God, I say to them, could you give me the source? Could you show me a reputable person saying that? Their response, this is what one person said to me. No, you need to disprove it. No. That's not how this country works. That's how the other side works. In the America that I love and know, you're innocent until proven guilty. So anyway, who's condemning him? You have to source it out and then prove it to me. Where'd they get that information? See, what happens is a lot of people, they call themselves patriots and they stand behind DJT until they don't. I say, holy moly, the guy got shot now. Now you're going to make up about that. So this is what happens, okay? Did you ever hear the term garbage in, garbage out? One person starts this garbage, okay? Someone listens to it. They got tons of views and likes and, they're trending and all this stuff. So they pick it up. And then they dispense the information because who doesn't love juicy garbage? That truther gets, I call him a falser now, gets and picks it up. Another one uses it. Doesn't bother checking if it's true because, see, it's not about truth. It's about views. I don't get 45, 50,000 views, even 25,000 views on these because a lot of people don't want the truth. Because people know if I lose people, it's okay. That's not why I'm here. Do I feel good when I get a lot of views? Of course I do. I'm a human being. Who doesn't like to be affirmed in what they say? But that's not why I'm here. So I'm supposed to believe these people. I don't know the past. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they believe. I don't know the relationship with God. I don't know who they were until they all of a sudden popped up on here. I'm supposed to believe them over Donald Trump. Folks, really, where we are, we can't be babies anymore. We need to be smart warriors, smart soldiers in a spiritual army. And we are all soldiers in this war. Even you that are sitting in your living room watching me right now, you're a soldier. It's a different kind of war. We're not on a battlefield. Whether we pray, we speak truth on social media, you share this video, you share other people that are speaking truth, you share their videos, you share what they post. We're all on the front lines. But my front line is in front of a camera. It's traveling the country, bringing hope, trying to pull down strongholds in regions. But we are all soldiers. We're arm in arm, guys. So let me read you. What is loyalty? This is really beautiful. To bear true faith and allegiance to the United States Constitution and other soldiers. Loyalty is the big thing, the greatest battle asset of all. But no man ever wins with the loyalty of troops by preaching loyalty. It is given to him as he proves his possession of loyalty with other virtues. Loyalty is a two-way street. You should not expect loyalty without being prepared to give it as well. You can neither demand loyalty nor win it from other people by just talking about it. The loyalty of your peers is a gift they give you when only you deserve it. When you show your competence, treat people fairly, and live by the concepts you talk about. Soldiers who are loyal to their peers and to those in authority over them will never let them down. Soldiers fight for each other. Loyalty is commitment. There's no loyalty fiercer than that of soldiers who trust each other to make it through the dangers of combat as a team. However, loyalty extends to all members, to your superiors and your subordinates, as well as your peers. How quickly some of us threw away DJT, who has been battling with us, for us, loyal. Is that you maybe? Is that me? Let's all be honest with ourselves, okay? That's the only way we can win this war. Now, I'm going to switch a little, and I'm going to talk about the Trump convention speech breakdown. And then at the end, a major thing that happened that is incredible. And I'm going to break it down for you big time on Fab 4 tonight on Rumble. Now, from what I've gotten together, looks like Fake 46 will step down either this weekend or the beginning of next week. It's what it looks like. I prayed. I didn't get anything. The only thing I've gotten is was like a month or 5 weeks ago when hardly none of you knew who Wes Moore was. And I said, because the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, watch Wes Moore. So when he says watch, it's just the other day, He said, watch Nikki Haley. I knew that wasn't about VP. It was about something else. Now, I'm telling you, pray for the woman because you never know what's going to happen with her. But I said, watch Wes Moore. He is now, his name is out there. Kamala's name is out there. Several names are floating around. February, but I'm going to go down this road. February 22nd, 2014. I couldn't upload it. It was the part I wanted. I couldn't upload that Kim, a prophecy from Kim. He said they will try to put a witch in the White House. Now, I believe that was HRC. It could be, but I'll tell you something. If that's Kamala, and she's the one that comes forward, that is for today. Also, in that same video, he says, coming into power will be a man of youth. People will hate him and also say he's too young, but he will take down the giant. JD Vance, I don't know, but let me end this with this. And I gotta say a couple things, and I'm going to go to the breakdown. I gotta hit this. Ambrosia. Okay, so let me wipe that out right now. I'm going to explain what that company is. Now, get objective. Please don't take anything you've learned and bring it. Common sense, objectivity. Nothing nefarious is going on here. I checked, rechecked. Ambrosia was, WAS, was a startup company that offered blood transfusions to patients. They believe plasma from young people, late teens, early 20s, that they paid to like you go, you get blood taken, and then they separate your plasma out. They do this if you're going to help give a blood transfusion to someone. You know, that's the amount of blood they were taking. And it was in their laboratory at Ambrosia. And what they did was the company's founder, Jesse Karmazin. He went to Stanford Medical School, began clinical trials in 2017. To transfusions involved injecting older people with this plasma in hopes that the plasma would connect with their plasma and would make it younger. So they're kind of looking for a way to help people get younger so that if they've got diabetes or they've got certain diseases, that perhaps their body would get stronger and be able to fight it off, okay? Could rejuvenate the body's organs, prevent Alzheimer's, lower blood cholesterol, that kind of thing, okay? They paid the people for that blood, and they gave it to over 600 people in these clinical trials. Update. The company, Ambrosia, has, go look on their websites, look everywhere you want to look, ceased patient treatments. The announcement came hours after the FDA issued a statement. FDA took them off in 2019, was stopped in 2019. They said, no, we don't go for this. Now, could you imagine? So let's say if he was part of the cabal, number one, you cannot, there's nowhere where he's linked from people that I trust, that I see. It's true and verified. There's nowhere. The company's not even in existence anymore. Almost 6 years ago, it stopped. Do you really think if Ambrosia was nefarious and the cabal was making money and this was about Chrome and they're using the blood for nefarious reasons, the FDA would have stopped it in 2019? Do you really think that? Okay. Lastly, there's proof, nada, nothing, that he was involved at all. This is what happens, people, when you listen to folks and you run with information without verifying. Listen, please hear me. If you ever hear anything I said today, hear this. They're trying to stop DJT from winning. I don't care how much they say they love him. I don't care if they go to every rally. Talk is cheap. Trump convention breakdown and speech. I'm going to now. I'm not hitting it. Don't write to me about Vance anymore. Guys, that's done. For me, it's closed. I put it in my book and I shelved it. It's gone. Okay? The word now is this is the great American comeback. The convention was mobbed. The whole place was filled. It hasn't been like that since Reagan. But if you look carefully in the spirit, there was angels surrounding that entire room. The entire room. It was glorious. I didn't see that in the spirit until the night DJT was there. So let me give you a few highlights of the speech. His opening, after he greeted people, he said, I'm running for president for all of America with faith and devotion. Do you know what devotion means? What a word. With faith and devotion, I accept the nomination of President of the United States. Spoke about the assassination attempt. What exactly happened? He said, please listen to this now because it's too painful. I can never say it again. Quote, I had God on my side. Quote, I stand before you by the grace of Almighty God. And he shouted, fight, fight, fight. Did everyone hear that? Because there's a couple of falsers out there, not truthers, that are saying that he said, F you, F you, F you. Because if they don't stand and double down on what they've been telling you for the last few years, then you're going to question everything they said. And my God, before God Almighty, please do it. Please question everything. Then President Trump got up and went over to the helmet where they set up the coat of Corey Competore and the helmet. And President Trump walked over and kissed his helmet. I cried like a baby. And then one of the best things he said was, I will not demonize political disagreement. And after being shot, he could have. He could have used it. He didn't. He's quite a man. Do you remember what I told you about J.D. Vance on Wednesday? Go back and listen to it. And his future. I believe after our man here, he's got 8 years. He's got 8 years. After that will be a Trump son. And that'll be 8 years. This man has got a long future ahead of him. President Trump looked at JD and he said, JD, you're going to be doing this for a very long time. Enjoy the ride. DJT didn't say the word Biden, which implies he's gone, obviously. And I said it before a month ago. I introed Wes Moore to you. They are grooming him to be another Barack. He even sits like him. He uses his hands like him. He speaks in sound bites like him. They're grooming him. I knew it was for either this one or the next one. With JD, it could be the next one. Not sure yet. Although, what's his name? I cannot stand I forget who said it. If you guys know it in the chat, he said that he would like Wes Moore to be there. Somebody very famous is always George Clooney said Wes Moore is the guy for this job. And then he said, when asked to govern, I just use common sense. That's what DJT said last night. Let's just use common sense. And I agree. Let's bring back common sense. And near the end, he said, I'm asking you to be excited about the future of our company, our country again. I say company because it'll be a country again soon. I jumped when he said we have liquid gold under our feet. And then he said one of the first things he's going to do when he gets into office is drill, baby, drill. Then he said, very exciting, we will roll out, not that we're trying to find, we will roll out the cures for cancer, Alzheimer's, and other diseases. And his ending was, I got goosebumps all over me. He's ending said, your expectations are not big enough. Greatness is our birthright. Then now hold on, guys. This is it. The balloon drop fell. Okay? First, red, white, and blue balloons. And then it turned into an opera. Nessun Dorma. The gold balloons started falling. Now, I'm not going to go into all this. Now, tonight, I'm going to blow by blow on Fab Four, man. Unreal. I'm going to blow your mind. But I recognized it. I went, wait a minute. I know that song. I'm very involved in films. So I knew that it was at the end of a film, and it was at the end of A Sum of All Fears, where the deep state is trying to, through espionage, trying to set up the world for World War III to destroy everything. But let me show you this, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to blow your mind even more. Watch this. Wow! I'm hyperventilating. Let me give you the words to that song. Okay? It's in Italian. Pavarotti sings it. None shall sleep. None shall sleep. Not even you in your cold bedroom, watching the stars that tremble with love and with hope. But my secret is hidden from me. No one will know my name. No. On your mouth, I will say it when the light shines. And my kiss will dissolve the silence that makes you mine. Now listen to this. No one will know. We will have to, alas, vanish, O night. Fade, you stars. Fade, you stars. At dawn, I will win. I will win. I will win. Look, Trump has a way of sticking things in your face in the most subtle way. It was used in that film. It was when you thought the deep state was going to take over and World War III was going to destroy the world. And they won. And at the end, that song plays, I will win, I will win, I will win. And the gold balloons, we're going into the golden, a golden age now, guys. I'm not talking about ascensions and all this stuff everybody's talking about. I'm talking about gold, gold-backed currency, gold. We're going into a time that none of us ever, ever thought could ever happen. And that is my off the cuff for today. Mic drop. I wish I had a mic to drop. I wish I did. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. There is something special on Vance. I see it. Look, my natural man and my natural eyes I could dig, I could dirt, I could find on him, his wife. My spiritual eyes, when I think of him, my insides leap. I believe he's the one that Kim said, young age, he will take down the giant. Who knows if I'm talking about for 4 years from now, 6 years from now? I don't know. But this is what I know. Those gold balloons did not have to be part of that. Red, white, blue. That's really what it is. He adds gold. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Anyway, I'll take a couple questions on topic. If you don't have any, then I'm going to get off and go eat lunch. I'm doing the plan for you guys. I always tell you about the plan because next week I got to get into a dress, a long, gorgeous dress for my daughter's wedding. So let me, you know what? Let me just go and get off. I got announcements to make. Let me tell you, I have got a plan for tonight because tonight is going to be huge. We're almost at 40K subs. Yay, Island Girl. Yes. I think I'm like 50 away. Please sub. Get me to 40. Give me a wedding gift for my daughter. And get me to 40. Okay, so you want to be at the Ohio gathering? You don't want to miss it? You don't want to miss it. 3 days before the election, November 2nd. Look, people are getting tickets now. So you don't want to wait. If you've been thinking you're coming, just go get tickets. They're free. I'm not going to get mad at you if you can't make it, but do it. Okay, get your tickets. Okay, doubleheader today. Yep, tonight, Rumble. Sunday, Joe Dingle's going to be with us Sunday night on Solomon's Porch. Gathering at Solomon's Porch, Sunday night. And no shows all next week. So after Solomon's Porch this week, it's like sayonara for all next week, including Solomon's Porch, because they've got, I'm the mother of the bride. Go figure. And and we're marrying him at the same time. It's kind of like, you're walking down the aisle and you have to stand up there and marry him. Dennis has got quite a job ahead of him. Anyway, also God wins every time. So this t-shirt, please go help us out. It helps us do the gatherings. joyandcountry.com. It comes in a lot of different colors. This is a crew neck. It comes in a V-neck. And then this is so cool. This is stretchy. This is marble, guys. And it's got a little weight to it. And then you see the cross etched in there. It's really, really nice. Comes in all different colors and it's very stretchy. She said also, Christmas in July is happening right now over at joyandcountry.com, 10 to 20% off your whole order. Doing this because next week we're kind of out of commission, not going to be doing much. And also just to celebrate Christmas after last night. We couldn't help it. So it's going on throughout the weekend. Okay. From now into the weekend, Jenna's letting it fly. And remember, Jenna's on free shipping. There's all kinds of discount codes. Go over there, joincountry.com and help us out. Love you. Yeah, I saw that. He caught himself saying gold currency in the speech last night. Listen, this is awesome. What do you see tonight? Help us out. Please, please click and help me get to 40,000. I'm going to have a 40,000. When I get back, if I get to 40,000, I'm going to have a 40,000 show. Oh boy, that's going to be fun. Maybe I'll have a bunch of people on. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Love you, love you. Tonight, Melissa, at 6 p.m. on Rumble. 6 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, David, fight, fight, fight. And at the same time, remember, go in the power of God. Yes, in the power of God. Love you. See you tonight. Ciao.